28th and Jefferson checking in. We back.
We got another installment. Thank y'all for tuning in. We are here with the legend, the man, the current leader of our urban community.
You know, the new school.
Yeah. the school that been here, and really about the school, what's happening here in Middle Tennessee, Nashville, North Nashville, East Nashville, South Nashville,
Okay.
all the other Nashvilles too. Mr. J. Lip in the building.
Yes, thank y'all for letting me come through. I like to set up, y'all, you know what I mean, make me feel right at home. I'm feeling smooth, feeling real smooth. First of all, I want to thank y'all because I was doing a podcast a while back, like a long time ago.
Talking about Cowboys.
Black Cowboy. Yeah, absolutely.
I still owe you one too.
You know what? We're going to get on P. Morgan. He chucked me out a few times, but that's how P. Morgan want to act.
I still owe you one.
He owe me, but you know, so.
Man, my word.
I believe it. So yeah, we had a podcast a while back, man, and it was good, and I had to stop just because I came into some, well, I don't know how to even phrase it. I just decided to stop the podcast. But I was mad because I was thinking we need that voice. Like, we need the voice of the people our age. We need the voice of the black youth to be talking. But, you know, I'm not going to tell somebody, hey, you can go start a podcast. So I was just like, I felt there was a void missing when I stopped it. But when y'all picked this thing up and I seen y'all kicking it like this, official, y'all got the equipment, y'all got the crew, y'all got the opinions, you know what I mean? I was like, oh yeah, the city's in good hands, you know what I mean? So I'm glad that y'all are out here, man, and I appreciate y'all letting me come through, man. Straight up.
Zach ain't playing no game.
Yeah, I see. No. I came through, man. My man said, take a sip of this, take a sip of that. You need water, you need, you know, I'm like,
we got it all.
I said, God, we in here. I said, all right. Yeah, so we right at the crib, man. So this is awesome, man. I'm glad y'all are doing this thing. We got a lot to talk about, you know, but I feel good, man. I feel right at home. Yeah, and 28th and Jefferson, the name. Okay. That's how y'all feel. Yeah. All right. Ain't nothing more legendary than 28th and Jefferson.
Right.
Nothing more legendary, man. For real. If y'all not from Nashville, there's nothing more legendary than the spot of 28th and Jefferson. I don't care if you're talking about just on a normal Tuesday evening, or if you're talking about TSU homecoming.
Okay.
I don't care if you need a fish sandwich, if you, you know what I mean, if you need a quick Sprite, if you're trying to, you know what I mean. So I like that, man. You know, shout out to Alcatraz Images right there on 28th and Jefferson, the bookstore. That's just the title just means culture. If you're not from here, if you don't know nothing about 28th and Jefferson, that just means pure Nashville culture. So that's 100. That's 100. I love that.
Absolutely.
Too real.
So we're gonna hit out first, man. We gotta talk about some things.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
I'm with that.
I want to start off. Zach had paused a minute ago. I want to get back to it before I forget.
Okay, talk to me.
Slavery.
Oh, we just going out the gate with it.
We just
jumping straight out the gate with it.
All right.
Talking to my coworker. Let me get in this one.
Yeah.
I talked to my coworker. My coworker said he broke it down to me why slavery was a choice.
What does he look like?
Was your coworker Kanye first of all?
Oh, see. Wait a minute. Let me.
What is he?
Because I wanted to see how he
Pigment
gets.
challenge?
Yeah, pigment. I light of pigment and counterparts.
There you go.
This man is from Honduras.
Okay.
Spanish descent.
Exactly. His mama, I believe, was black.
Okay.
Yeah, I know some black dudes that are Honduran too, though. So.
It's some mixology going down in his genealogy.
Yeah.
I don't know what he is, but Honduras and black.
Okay.
So we was rapping, and he gave me a reason, like the choice, the act of slavery. There was no choice there. The taking, snatching, killing, raping, murdering, all that.
Right.
The act was not a choice.
Okay.
The idea to stay in the mentality to allow that to keep going on, or try to resist it. That was a choice. You could do that, or you could not.
I understand what you're
Kanye
saying.
threw it out as if the choice of it was only with you staying in that mentality.
I understand what you're saying. Now, mind you, I think Kanye.
So I'm ready. Go ahead.
Okay,
That's
let
all
me
I
handle
have.
this. I think Kanye, one, huge coon, got to get him out the culture. One. Two, I understand what. Yeah, I gotta say that from the jump because he has to know. And that Ye album slaw.
You don't like
wow.
Ye album slaw.
We're gonna talk about that later.
All right, sorry about that.
Wow.
Ye album coming for y'all.
We just gonna get Ye on about the paint.
I want him out of here. I ain't lying. I want him out of the whole.
Flip them all out.
I want him out of here. Now,
I can't do it.
Now, number two is hidden. Innocent. Something I don't know what he was saying on there. But I said, ooh wee. I was playing the other time. Okay, I said, you just gonna play the Kanye in there? I said, ooh. That's what I told him. I was like, man, I almost feel like an addict, like a drug addict. Like, I know I need to stop this. But that one song, I said, turn it up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, she made me feel bad, but I said, you go ahead and kill it and play that little baby. But,
okay.
But that Ye came on, man. So, that Ye and that Lito. We gotta talk about that later too. They talking about Lito fell off. I said, what? But anyway, so Ye. So he said there's a choice, but he was on some weird. He's on some troll stuff. And I thought the album was gonna explain his Trump, you know what I mean? But it didn't. And
if he played his card right, he could have utilized that and done it in a very major way.
Yeah, I thought he was smart though. I think that's my only problem with Ye. I thought he was real deal because he been saying I'm a genius. I don't think he's smart like that. I think he just said I like Trump because don't nobody like Trump and he won. And I just think that's weirdo stuff.
Well, he may be one of those people who really relies off of that principle of all press is good press.
Yeah.
And so, of course, if we think about it, Kanye's whole career has been based off of
press.
controversy.
And the things that he's said in certain situations.
Yeah, we still got to hold it. Like, if he come out and say, I love KKK, that's going to get him pressed too.
It will.
But we got to
blame
that. But
I would expect that from him, though.
At this point, I mean, he come out and say something crazy. But we got to start flaming these dudes. Exactly. Now, mine, it hurt us because he's like, we felt like he was for the culture. It wasn't like he was just a random dude. Like,
I can't give up on Uncle Kanye.
I feel you. And we need people not to.
He needs people not to.
Yeah, I want him out of here.
I want him already.
I'm sorry, we can't let that slide. We can't, because if we let that slide, these young dudes are already rocking pink hair, looking crazy, skirt game. I'm not knocking them.
Yeah, had nothing to do with that.
But I'm just saying, if we let bro get away with that, this culture is going crazy. It's going to go left. If we let a man come in here talk about Trump and MAGA hats with no explanation, and
he did explain,
but the explanation was crazy. He was saying, look, I like Trump because Trump won against all odds. I understand that. But the man is on some white supremacy stuff. We can't hide like that. And if you don't know about politics, you just say, I don't know about politics. Mm-hmm. Don't act like you really, I feel like he's Kanye. I'm sorry. Now, music, he's nice. Thank God for what he did on Pusha's album. You know what I mean? Because that Pusha album almost made me shed a tear. It was so real. But we have to get that man out the paint if you ask me. He's on some, but back to the slavery tip.
Wait a minute, we got a question.
Okay, all right.
Let's see, Noel. Obama didn't do shit. Wait a minute. Somebody said, if you know your history, you would agree with Kanye. How do you feel about that?
Well,
Lip still.
Yeah, I was about to say Lip.
That's for you, man.
I want him out.
What you got, Jay?
Well, let me propose this though, Lip. Like, I think Kanye may have tried, and of course, I'm playing white devil's advocate right now.
Shout out White Devil's Advocate.
What if? Let me propose
shout out
this.
White Devil's Advocate.
Okay. We did shout it out. We might have to edit shout it out.
No, White Devil's Advocate.
Is it preposterous to think that maybe Kanye really may have kind of had a decent idea and worded it wrong?
I think that's
because I think that what he may have attempted to say was that mentally they may have allowed themselves to remain enslaved. Now, I ain't gonna lie.
You're saying that it's been misinterpreted. That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying nothing to take up for him.
I'm just saying that everybody go watch the interview. It is live. It is flex. Everybody don't really talk to him inside the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I mean,
I think when he said slavery is a choice, that's not even my problem with it.
Yeah.
Because I understand exactly what he's saying. And I agree to a degree, but now because what he's saying is, bro, why don't y'all just dip?
Just bounce.
Why don't y'all just dip or just take over? Like it ain't that
you might die though.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right. And see,
but it's a choice. But you also have to be. Sometimes you gotta be willing to die. So I understand what he's saying. He's saying, you know what?
That's a choice.
He's saying, you know what? Y'all chose to not fight. That's what he's saying. But at the same time, But I mean, I'm
paraphrasing.
Yeah.
But you know what though, and just to piggyback off of what Lip is talking about, you know, fear kind of controls everything. How many times y'all think Kanye ride in a car without a seatbelt now?
Right.
I mean, his car.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Kanye will probably never get in another motor vehicle without a seatbelt.
I got a fender bender and I'm strapped up every time.
You see what I'm saying? So you know, for him to say that, I think, of course, the examples are two totally different examples, but the principles are still the same.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you were fearful of kind of changed your whole intellect and how you function from that point on. So Kanye kind of probably should have thought about that, because I'm pretty sure that had he been around back in those times and had he seen his mom or his dad, or, you know, whether he had brothers, sisters, cousins, anybody, a best friend, anybody, had he seen them hanging from a tree or castrated or anything like that, you think he gonna be like,
It's still a choice.
Right. So
You know.
I get what that's not even my problem. When he said slavery was a choice, I knew they was gonna eat him for that, but I knew.
Oh yeah.
But I was like, he worded that wrong. But what he's saying is, it's kind of like when you got a horse, when they say you tie a horse to a chair and he can't go nowhere. You take the chain off the horse, he still don't move.
Right.
At that point, it's kind of a choice. But he's so used to being
so mentally
chained.
changed.
He's choosing to stay there. So I get that point. But the point of promoting Trump, wearing the MAGA hats, that's a mad troll. And he told us in the album, Yeezy, what do he say? Trolling OD, huh? Turn TMZ to smack DVD, huh? So that's a mad troll, and that's so dangerous. I feel like we can't let bro get away with that, because like that's just you kind of playing, and you don't even know what you're doing.
So basically, you are basically saying that every time, and I'm gonna say every time, every time that Ye pulls this troll, you saying that somebody should G check him.
Yeah, because he's playing with the culture. He's not playing with nothing crazy. He ain't saying I like skinny jeans. I want to build. I can make, because his whole career he's been, I can do something that y'all say I can't do.
And I'm all for that.
Yeah, but now he's playing with stuff he has no clue about. When he's talking about rapping, he know how to rap. If you're talking about clothes, he know clothes.
Right.
You're talking about politics, you have no clue what you're talking about, bro.
No.
And people out here getting hurt for this type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking when you saying go Trump, you're going to have a dude in the 8th grade, because anything Nelly would have said when I was in 7th grade, I'm with it.
Y'all seen
I had a Band-Aid on, you see what I'm saying? So if Nelly would have said...
With the headband on?
Headband, two of them with the vocal pants.
Headband, Charlamagne. You had some vocal.
Who? I had a vocal pants. I'm telling you what.
Yeah,
Go
definitely.
you mentioned the vocal. Go ahead.
Check it on YouTube. Charlamagne sit down with Ye for about a good hour.
It was a solid sit down.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
But then he trolls again. But anyway, I don't like what Ye does with the Trump stuff, because I don't think he even cares about what that means. I think he's going from a surface. He's not talking about the reality of it. When Charlamagne asked him, bro, what about the fact that he's hiring a lot of white supremacists? What about the fact that he's like pushing black people down?
Yeah.
He's like, well, I don't know nothing about that. He's like, if you want to bring in politics, bring in John Legend.
Man,
I'm just telling you how I feel.
Let me throw this out there, and I'm pretty sure that we all have probably thought about this, but the fact that he has built such a buddy, for lack of better terms, relationship with the orange guy, and I mean, let's look at the family that he married into. Let's just look at everything that he's done the last couple of years. It's like, it almost, to me, I know he's all about this love and peace, and bro, you lightweight trying to be the villain. If you really, really look at it, bro, like everything that you do is anti what's best for the people on some slick shit.
You
if you really think
to
about
be the
it.
superhero, or you die to become the villain.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Let that marinate. It was on that.
It was on one of them Dark Knight movies.
Batman,
yeah,
Dark Knight.
Okay.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Two-Face dude.
I was thinking about Kanye's live VH1 storytelling.
I'll be totally honest with you, bro.
I just threw out a line.
I ain't mad at you.
I'm not a Ye fan like that, bro.
I was
an album, bro.
We talked about this on one of
our. No, it was VH1 Storyteller. I know you watch Storytellers, right?
Let the record say I was a Ye stan. So this is like Ye, Jay, Nas, when the dates, like that's hard. It's like, I feel like a Beyonce stan in the Beehive having to break up with Beyonce. That's like that's a piece of me. So it hurt.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the culture comes before anybody.
Absolutely.
So if you're trying to play around with the culture for the album sales. I don't know.
And that's what I think that he's doing. Like,
I'm not saying that because he's been doing it. It ain't new to me. I'm not I don't look at the current.
I think he's trying to break off into a different demographic. He's trying to have like Midwestern farmers be Kanye West fans. I mean, what other reason?
Jesus didn't do nothing. Pablo.
Jesus was ridiculous.
And mind you, people might have liked it, but I'm saying it wasn't successful like that. Pablo, wasn't enough rap for me.
It was trash.
Trash if you being a buck.
I thought it was okay.
I thought it was
okay.
Pablo, if I'm keeping the buck off that song, trash. Not enough rap. Not enough rap for me. Now, did it sound good all the way through? Can I go all the way through it? Did Chance do his thing even though I'm not a fan? Yes, absolutely. Chance killed it. And I like the album. I like Kirk. You brought Kirk out?
Shout out Chance the rapper, 10
I don't know if we was listening to a Kanye or a Wild, that's what I call gospel volume 10 CD, bro. Like,
the Wild, that's what I call gospel.
He brought out the first
I know y'all remember them commercials. The
first man of the culture to say the words, "Do you want a revolution?" Woo woo. Kirk Franklin. He said it on a gospel album.
But you know, Kirk Franklin was the first gospel artist to be bumped to the club too, though, bro. They used to bump that Stone back at the party and a heartbeat.
Oh my God!
Stone and Revolution, bro.
Man, please let's not forget about. So he brought out Kirk Franklin. You gotta give him respect for that. But I was like, I don't know if the album did numbers like a Drake album, like a Kendrick. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying he was thinking, what I'm gonna do to like get back popping. And I feel like he was like, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say I'm cool with this guy who don't necessarily like black folks. And I ain't necessarily got to explain it. But anyway, that's my take. I think he's still talented, which hurts the most. You know.
He's definitely a talented individual.
That's what hurts, though.
It's just what he's using his talent for, like his individuality, everything that he has going on mentally, he's letting it bleed off into his.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't even know how to say it, but I feel like everything that he has going on right now, it's bleeding off into his appearance.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to get into.
Yeah, bro,
he has changed drastically.
Since
the college dropout. I'm like, who is this nigga?
Yeah, right.
You know, like
does the transition at all remind y'all of Michael Jackson?
Possibly.
Damn it, Zach, boy, you.
I mean, it can be. Honestly, it can be compared to that.
Yeah, Mike did change his skin. Some say it was
he changed everything.
Mike did change his skin. Had a kid named Blanket.
And then he went and got a monkey. And a giraffe.
Now I ain't gonna lie, you find monkeys and giraffes, that's just like some rich shit. That's just like rich homies.
Niggas been doing that ever since.
You named the child Blanket.
Giraffe.
That's what I said. Oh yeah, he's out of here.
Yeah, he's super out of here, bro.
He named his kid Blanket.
Shout out to Yeezy Tour, the best tour in the world.
I ain't mad at that. I had free tickets to Yeezy. I went to that Yeezy.
I was like,
that's when I first started.
Now, did he do Nashville? Was the stop right after the super rant on that tour last year, right? That was the very.
I feel like it was about 2 stops before then. So I feel like Nashville had a little piece of that.
I thought Nashville got caught.
I was in there. He didn't say nothing about Trump, but he was going in on Jay that night.
Yeah, that's one of. I know one of those. It was either the stop before Nashville or the Nashville stop.
Kids can't hang with your kids.
And that's what I'm saying. Like it's almost like he's playing the bad guy though, because like anybody in the culture now, you go against Beyonce, bro, you are looked at as Lucifer, bro.
Yeah,
you are looked at
we have is coming for you.
They at your throat.
You had better
so the fact that you bringing her up,
Beyonce can shoot me dead in my face. I'm still gonna have to say
you can't say her lace front was flipping at her Coachella.
Right.
Somebody's coming for you.
Right. You got Jesus in the culture, in the black folk culture. You got Jesus, Obama, and Beyonce right there.
That's how we go.
If you talk about either one of them,
it's
over with. It's Rap City. But yeah, man. So that's my little vibe on Kanye, man. I ain't necessarily a fan of what he's doing, and I'm glad that people still love him because I just feel like an addict. I feel like I want to stop talking to him, but somebody banging in the club or something, I don't know what my shoulders would do at that point. I don't know if I would.
So they would lean back like that.
So it could easily lean back or go into some sort of a shimmy.
Oh, he's gonna definitely bob.
My knee could possibly I could break out into a heel toe of some sort. You never know. So I wish him the best, but you just never know, man.
Well, let's go ahead and I'm over Kanye right now.
Wait a minute, y'all. We have a special guest. Come on in here. Come on in here.
Come on in. What's his name?
Sister Kelly.
you know, words. Hey,
This is
bye.
the little sister of 28th and Jefferson. She is
Oh
coming
my
through with
gosh, you
big
should have
hair
told
shoulders.
me.
She is coming through. She
Okay,
is
so
not.
as I was saying before,
Okay.
I
We in
keep
Mama's
hearing
basement,
things.
like Big Tigger.
I keep hearing things.
Mm-hmm. Talk to me.
Tell me about this Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, if you're at 28th and Jefferson, there's a park mad close.
Real close.
And it's called, at this time, Hadley Park.
Right.
This park, I'm going to go into the whole spiel, just for those who may not know. Let's say if you were a Smyrna cat, you know what I mean?
You an outskirt.
Or you a transplant,
Yeah,
and you kind of just
an
learn,
outsider.
and you trying to learn about the culture.
Yeah.
We'll say that North Nashville, I would like to say, is the heart of just Black Nashville. We
Or
got,
what's left of it.
yeah, we got 3 HBCUs in one part of town.
All within 1 mile radius of each
Right.
other.
We got Fisk,
Meharry,
and Tennessee State.
Right there.
So right in the same town. Now most towns you get one HBCU in the whole city, and you're lucky to have it. We got 3 in one town. We also got the flourishing Black businesses, beauty salons, barbershops, churches, the mosque on Buchanan.
Shout out.
It's just mad culture in the whole spot. And one big piece of this culture is Hadley Park. Everybody got a memory at Hadley Park. Something special, not nothing just crazy, but everybody got a special memory at Hadley Park.
Right.
Even if it's just riding past it, you just meet me by Hadley. You know what that means. You know what I mean? You know I'm over here by Hadley. Right. That's just a landmark in the city, and it's just something special. So at the last African Street Festival, on the way out, me and my gals at the African Street Festival, on the way out, I hear like a Black queen on stage. She was talking. You know how they giving these speeches or whatever. I'm on the way out, and she was like, "Man, yeah, this used to be a slave plantation, and just look at us now." I was like, "Whoa, what was that?"
That was Mama Sherry.
That was a very little known fact. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I've been out north my whole life. Hadley Park, Hartman Park, Louis Center. That's where you can find me at. That's where I grew up at.
Absolutely.
Them 3 centers, and I never knew that.
Never, bro. So
never knew that.
It blew me away. I'm like, what'd you say? And that makes sense, but it's still like, whoa, Hadley, you don't even think of it. So I'm like,
you don't.
Plantation. So I felt some type of way. Like, hold on. I was like, nah, she might be wrong or something. So I go home and do my research, and then even ask a few old heads. I just ask people around the town. Somebody like, well, no. I mean, that's true. I Google it, and they say the whole TSU was a slave plantation. The whole area of TSU.
I knew about TSU, but I didn't know about
And Hadley, that's where John L. Hadley was named after. That's where.
Well, I know if you knew that.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, man,
cool.
because what happens is if I'm not ready, then folks on the other side gonna come at me and eat me alive.
Gotcha.
And they've been trying, like a lot of them Nashville scene chick. We're gonna get into Bessie Phillips. Like,
I saw that.
Gotta get into Bessie Phillips. Bessie Phillips try to get crazy. What's
another man back rolling? We back.
So, what was your question again, bro?
So during our brief break, I had a question about where the switch flipped from Hadley Park in the TSU area. I probably did it. Big hand shot.
You good.
Where Hadley Park in the TSU area flipped from being a slave plantation to being the richest Black influenced area in the city. And what happened? Like, what happened and where or when did that happen?
Yeah, well, like back, let's say, we talking about 1912. So we way back in like 1912. It's the Jim Crow era, right after the Civil War. People feeling some type of way. You know, they don't know what to do with all these new slaves that are now free. You see what I'm saying? So now we in this era. So we in 1912, and it's a dude named Preston Taylor who's going around saying, man, we need a park because we're not allowed to do nothing. Like, it's like, okay, we all free, but don't drink in my water fountain, don't go to my park, don't touch my girl, don't do none of that. Like, we gonna let y'all free, but it's Jim Crow
free to an extent.
Yeah, it's free, but stay over there, and if I see you, it's on site.
Right.
Period. I don't care if you baby, if you 90, it's on site. So that's what they was on with the Jim Crow. So, like, but at the same time, it's like, darn, my kid want to go to the swings. Like, I want to go, can I go fishing over here?
On a park, on a field, something too.
Yeah, I just want to, darn, like, can I do something? Like, so, Preston Taylor was like, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to try to fight for a park.
Right.
Same thing we doing right here. So he was like, all right, I'm going to go around. So he went around asking, can we get a park? They was like, nah. So he finally just kept pushing for years and years, and they finally said, you know, we'll give you a park. We're going to call it Greenwood Park. I want to say it was like out east. So they called it Greenwood Park. So after a year, he was like, he feeling himself like, damn, we did it. We got a park. It's popping. We got it popping. Yeah, we're gonna do it again. Then all of a sudden, his boy said, hey, bro, look in the paper. He said, what's in the paper? He looked in the paper. no blacks allowed at Greenwood Park. That's over with. I don't know. Didn't call him. Didn't send him no email. Didn't text him. Just if I see you there, it's on site now. He's like, what? All this work. So he was like, man, screw this. Screw that park stuff. Then a man named Ben Carr, and now mind you, they moved all the blacks to the city because back in the day it was if you're rich, you're in the suburbs.
In the suburbs.
We're gonna move all the blacks to where the factories and the railroads at because that's that nasty stuff.
It's nasty.
Yeah, it's filthy.
Yep.
Now it's kind of different. You're seeing people coming from the suburbs to the city because that's where and then they throwing us out in Antioch and Smyrna and all that. So we all in the city. So they was like, all right, you know, he was like, I'm through. A dude named Ben Carr back in 1912, black dude. He was like, nah, man, we gotta get another park. Now, mind you, at this point, there's no park for blacks anywhere.
Right.
So, when you even asking for this, it's like, everybody's like, bro, why would they give you a park? We was just slaves 10 years ago. My mama was a slave. Why would they give us a park? You know what I mean? So he's like, man, I'm going to just try it anyway. So he went to the park commission, which was like 10 white dudes, asked each one of them, hey, man, can I? And like I was telling J-Dub, where you had to have a mouthpiece because in 1912, you in the office of a white dude who they got doctorate degrees. You know what I mean? You just got allowed to read 10 years ago. So he's talking. So yeah, exactly. So pretty much he pretty much convinced them to give him a park. So boom. So now he's like, all right, we're gonna give y'all a park in 1912, and you know y'all can actually go to. They ain't got one in Atlanta, New York, California. The only place in the country that have a black park where black folk go to is Nashville, Tennessee, and it's Hadley, right beside 28th and Jefferson. So now they got a park. Boom, it's turned up. Everybody hyped up. We can go to a park. Now the person that named the park was a Confederate enthusiast, if you will. He's just a dude who he made the Confederate Sam Davis monument that's still up right now. That I think Black Lives Matter last year put the paint on it. Okay. Just, you know, he was a real enthusiast of slavery, the Confederacy, he was just a real racist white supremacist dude. And he named it, but he was the guy that brought the Parthenon to us too. He's just a park guy. So what he did was he came in and said, okay, I'm gonna name the park because I'm over this park stuff. So when people say it was named after a black dude, because that was a rumor, but this dude hated black folks. He's not gonna name it after no black dude. So that's why I tell people now, excuse me, like that's done. Like it's not after a black dude because this dude was a Confederate guy and the Civil War just ended. He slicked sour. You see what I'm saying? So I said
no favors.
Yeah, so it was named after John L. Hadley, who owned the slaves on the land. So that's kind of where we got the name. And the black people wasn't complaining back then because it's like we get to go to a park. Finally. Like we was just we had to work 16 hours a day. My mama did on this same land. Now it's a park. So they was hype about it. You know what I mean? So that was cool. So now, fast forward 106 years later, it's still Hadley Park, and they kind of brushed it under the rug. Yeah. And now we like, ho. Now the millennials, we just so turned up. I feel like we one of the most lit generations of all time. We just so turned up. We ain't going for nothing. We taking down Confederate statues everywhere. And now we like, ho. We found out that was named after a slave owner. Let's get him out of here. Period. So
you want to change the name to Malcolm X Park?
Yes. So we're going to change the name to Malcolm X Park because I feel like to go from just the message of Malcolm X. Like Malcolm X stood for defiance.
That was my next question. Why?
Yeah. So for defiance, resilience, for truth to power, no matter what. And like a lot of people are saying now, why not local? Because that's what you want to name a park after the local. A lot of people saying that. Not a lot of people, because we got 500 signatures on the petition. Right
That's
now.
what I'm looking up right now.
Yeah.
How many do we need?
500.
Oh,
the original goal was 300.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So now we 2 weeks in with 500. I was telling J-Dub the other day we need 500 before we go to the park board on June 12th. I think what was it, 470 this morning? So I'm sure by this time we got to be somewhere.
You got my signature.
That's what's up. Appreciate that.
So we'll definitely, I guess at the end of it, we'll remind people and tell them the link to where they can go to sign the petition.
Absolutely, man. It takes 5 seconds. All you do is give an email. They nothing crucial. First, last name, email, boom. So we doing good on that. But yeah, so people saying that they want a local, I get it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you have to understand what time we're in. There's the leader, the creator of the KKK. His statue is at the state capitol as we speak in gold on showcase. You see what I'm saying? He's also
still haven't moved his head, but
he's
a bust of him, right?
Yeah,
they still ain't moved.
No, and he's also and he's also at the on the interstate. You know, by Brentwood.
Is that yeah? That's is that not Nathan Bedford?
Nathan Bedford Forrest. Yeah, he created the Ku Klux Klan in Pulaski.
Yeah.
So,
Nathan Bedford.
so he's out there, and he's in. So when the protesters came to the state capitol, they're like, "Bro, you got to get him out of here." He was like, "All right, we'll get him out of here, but we're just gonna put him in the Tennessee State Museum." That's ironically out north, on the cusp out north, right there by the farmers market. You know what I mean?
saying about, yeah, y'all.
So it's like
on that.
So my whole thing is they're putting KKK stuff, slave owner stuff, white supremacist stuff, right
There we are.
and at the same time pushing us out the hood as fast as they can.
Yep. To come and get them.
Buying our grandmama's crib for $30,000.
Yeah.
Flipping it, making it 2 houses for $300,000.
A piece.
Moving in, putting the American flag right in their thing, right in their crib, and waving the shoe like they mess with you. You know what I mean?
And you know
what I mean? So I'm saying they're moving full speed. It's time for a message. We don't, you know what I mean? So we're not just gonna name it Joe Blow. No disrespect. We don't want to name it Joe Blow.
Sorry, Joe Blow.
Yeah, it's like Malcolm X. It's it's universally known as like resilience, black liberation, black love, black self pride. You know what I mean?
And I'm saying 480.
480, exactly.
Well, you got 481, 2,
Yeah.
3, and
Yeah.
Oh, I already know this. I tried to do more than one. I know y'all tried too, but yeah, keep trying. We need 20
we'll
more.
definitely
Not 50
let
more.
them know where to go exactly at the end of the
Yeah, at the end of the podcast,
So they
definitely
can go
gonna
and
give them
do
that.
Absolutely.
that
Yeah. So that's what we are. So everybody's going for, let's go local. You have to understand it's a bigger picture. It's not necessarily just about Malcolm. And Malcolm didn't just belong to Harlem or to the Nation of Islam. Like, he was black folks. He did everything he did for us. Like, I'm in Arkansas. He did it for black folk in Arkansas, everywhere. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if you got a deck of cards, why not use a joker? We got him. He did this for you. Like, why are we playing? Like, Thelma Harper. I love Thelma Harper and what she did for the community. And I love all our locals. But when a little kid drives past Thelma, like when he drives past the KKK man and then sees Thelma Harper, what's that gonna do? Let's keep it a buck. Like, that's cool. I like Thelma, but that Malcolm X is gonna give him a sense of pride.
You gonna know Malcolm.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, man, what is that about?
He's more of an iconic figure. I mean,
And that's what
he's just an iconic.
Yeah,
He's more than just a local.
Yeah.
He's more than just a local. Malcolm X is
right.
He's oftentimes mentioned. I mean, a lot of times people bring up Martin Luther King right after who's second, or sometimes vice versa. They bring up Muhammad Gandhi. They bring up Gandhi. They bring up MLK, and they bring up Malcolm X. So definitely is come on through here, little sis, if you're trying to slide on back to
with a plate.
If you're trying to feed one of us, if you're gonna feed somebody.
I thought I was watching the game. Y'all watching that?
We are podcasting right now. 28th and Jefferson. That is what we're doing. We are staying focused. We are being attentive to said duties.
Sure.
But yeah, so you're absolutely right as far as what type of impact that's going to have on that child. Because, if people, and the crazy thing is people want to bring up local heroes. Nobody's mentioned John Lewis. Like, he's a local hero. Right. And I'm not shout out to Woolworth on Fifth. A lot of people don't even realize the impact of what Woolworth on Fifth actually, the history and what it has behind it.
And showcase down there. Slide on down there.
Yeah, so shout out to my dogs, Savage and Lusk, doing their thing with Woolworth on Fifth, which is ironically enough owned by a minority.
Nice. Exactly. And so and like I was telling people today, like I was talking to some old heads today, and they was pushing for a local, and I was saying, like, there's a reason Martin Luther King Magnet School is Martin Luther King Magnet School, as opposed to a local name magnet school. It's because of the hugeness of the name and what it meant. Like, Martin Luther King Magnet School ain't a diss to John Lewis. It's not a diss to Diane Nash, Thelma Harper.
No one local. It doesn't.
It's not a diss to them. It's just saying this man was a universal Black American figure. He was American.
Universally and worldwide recognized.
Yeah, people know what it is. So when you say boom, Martin Luther King, it's like Rosa Parks Boulevard. Like, that's not no disrespect.
Powerful.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, why aren't we using that right here in the Deep South, in the middle of this Trump era in 2018, when they're about to make a Tennessean museum?
Right.
Like, and I'm saying, and like it's like most of the time it's our elders who are pushing for this, And I just want to preach to them. You have to think deeper than that, and also get behind the movement. Let's keep it a buck. Maybe it's that sauce that's in me, but I'm thinking, where were y'all? This park has been Hadley for 106 years. See what I'm saying? You see the millennials getting off into it, and it's like
it will make more of a difference than the older people, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. I got the right to have an opinion. So that's just what I'm saying.
And why not get behind us?
I agree. Because we have a more powerful impact, I believe, especially now. Because I'm not saying everybody old, but the older people, they're about to go quicker than we are. So we would have a more powerful impact. And it's more of us here in the moment. It's more of us, and we putting all our energy into everything else. Why not take 5 minutes to go sign that petition?
Right. And if y'all like it, and I feel like it's time to be like solidified and united. Like they get mad at us, and I'm not trying to go on a soliloquy about old heads, but I'm just saying like y'all get mad if we gangbang, if we selling drugs.
This is something positive.
And then we try to go positive, and y'all still salty. Like salty meaning, I'm sure people listen. Like, what do you mean salty? Salty meaning, I talked to the councilman 2 days ago. He was super down with it. Ed Kendall, 100 dudes straight. I mean, for the culture, he's 100.
I've spoken with a councilman up there.
He's all. I mean, 100. He's down for the cause. And then he's like, he called me today saying, I'm getting calls from the elders saying they don't know about this. I'm like, bro, so now we have to go to a council meeting sometime soon and have a vote.
But we are the future,
calls
so
about
you get
what?
calls from the elders that's about to die soon.
That's what I'm saying.
Doesn't matter. I'm sorry, I said it. I don't have a filter.
Listen, Granddad, I will bring over some Jack for you. I'll bring over some Crown. Okay, how many bottles of hand you want?
I'm just saying, like, y'all need to.
We can't
too much for your glass, Granddad.
We can't win for losing, like you said. You get mad if we
Yeah.
gang bang. You get mad if we doing
Like
this
some
and
mad
doing
dog.
that. You know, we're actually trying to do something positive.
Yeah.
So why not stand behind us and
Get
back
behind
it?
it. Another thing I be saying, like, if you have a local that you want to support so bad, right? Because you love these locals, and I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I'm saying if you love the local so bad, Jefferson Street is named after a man who hated us. Go change Jefferson Street, or let's go take out another racist monument. It's billions of them out here in Tennessee. How about you knock that out? Like, why are you gonna try to step on our movement right now? Like, it's time to unite. And trust me, it's so many people outside the community, outside the culture, that's trying to destroy this. So there's no need in us going at it like this. You know, them folks done started a petition saying, "Don't change Hadley Park to Malcolm X." Like
I saw that.
Like, so it's like, and mind you, they don't plan on coming to Hadley. They don't like the North Nashville. They don't care about us as a culture. So, like, they're trying their hardest to unite and come against it just to say
that they was successful in
So it's like when they doing that full speed, we don't have time for this. You know what I mean? We need to get together, get it popping, and make Malcolm X Park a reality for the youth. Because if we make it a reality today, when we dead 100 years from now, that's still gonna be there, bro.
Exactly.
No matter who's living there, Asians, black, whites, greens. You got to go to Malcolm X Park.
And you're going to have an issue trying to change anything else.
Period. Because
you have a whole fight on your hands trying to do without anything else.
Period. Yeah. So we got to get behind this, man. If you go to @_Joshua Lipscomb, not to just follow me, but that's what the bio is.
You got to follow them too.
You might as well. If you want some real in your life, you might as well go and hit the button. But if you don't want to hit the button right now, if you don't trust me yet, go ahead, sign a petition for the culture. Like I said, this ain't necessarily for me. This is just because, like, we'll be dead in 100 years. We'll be 30 now. We got 70 years left. This is for our grandkids, really.
Well, tell them again where to go, just in case they didn't hear you.
@_Joshua Lipscomb.
On what?
On Instagram or on Twitter. It's in the bio. You go to the bio, you click, it's going to take about 5-10 seconds max. First name, last name, email, boom. We want to get, so.
That's if you passed your typing class.
If you learned something.
Yeah, please. You can't be,
but if you pecking, it might take you 19.
You didn't learn nothing.
You in Nashville, you can't spell
Lipscomb.
Yeah, you in Nashville, you can't spell Lipscomb. So
I was 88 words a minute. You hear me?
Or you got that autocorrect. Team iPhone.
There you go. Oh, you go ahead and do it for you.
Here we go.
If you got that Team iPhone, you got autocorrect, so you know you would. Yeah, voice to text is pretty precise.
So we have this family beef going on.
We have a MassCtv family beef.
Okay.
Let's say that, because I want nobody to think that I'm beefing with my family.
Okay.
We want you to hop in while you're here on this real quick.
All right, talk to me.
You know, we got these phones here. We got certain people, Renee, just nameless. I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, they say they're not switching over to the iPhone.
Hey, man,
they
look,
say the
man.
same thing in
Look,
Galaxy. They
listen,
say they
man,
nothing like
respect the check,
Android.
man.
They say
Look,
they ain't
listen.
moving for
They
nothing.
said respect
Listen.
the check.
How you feel about that, man?
Hey man, the edge up is crispy on that Galaxy, low key.
You feel me?
But
It's been focusing in and out as we're doing this podcast. I've noticed, and look at my lighting on mine and look at it.
yeah, but it could
Oh,
be.
mine's on power
Hey, man,
save
you got
mode
paid
too.
too?
But it could be because the light, is man closer. You never know. But I can tell you, if you take somebody and they hit you back with that green,
Hey, look, I'm gonna be green.
that's
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna be
You gonna leave it on
I
red?
have to.
I'm
You gonna leave it on red?
You text me.
I'm gonna be green.
If you text me and you're on that green, I gotta hit you tomorrow. I can't hit you immediately. You on green, fam. I got to go. I hit you tomorrow. See what you get.
Listen.
On that green.
You can't FaceTime them. Now they have said
Shut
that
up,
they're coming out with where you can like FaceTime 30 people or more in one, and that will come in handy with our podcast meetings. That's where this came from. So we can't do it if Pat ain't got no iPhone.
Now listen, Linda.
How we gonna do it? How we gonna do it?
Because the thing is, there are ways to do it. However, I do know.
Yeah, jailbreak.
I do know
They're gonna be on
that.
there looking like a pub.
Gotta use fire sticks.
I can jailbreak.
How I'm gonna be on there looking like a poser?
You gonna be on there looking like a character from San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto.
Listen,
Go see Jack.
I need to
Listen.
buy some Galaxy on real quick.
y'all listen. Y'all can stay on me about this Android. All y'all want, the Samsung Galaxy Wave that I'm on.
If you're as committed to like relationships as you are to the phone, you are getting married.
Listen, that's already gonna happen. Which one of y'all gonna wipe me up?
He's slaying
Talk
to
about
the
it.
Catholic clothes.
Talk about it.
Nobody's
What you say, bro?
gonna
He's slaying to the Catholic club.
Boy,
He said he ain't wiping nobody.
I do too.
Hey man, that shit.
I'm gonna be like, don't be throwing my shit out there. But yeah, though, team Samsung, I have no clue what the rest of the MassCtv
Nobody said
family is talking about. Man, listen, first off, you brand new to the iPhone clan, bro.
He already know. What did Bishop say? When you know, you know.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine, bro. That's perfect. How many of y'all can charge y'all phone and listen to y'all music at the same time?
Drake got
With headphones.
They got a cord for that.
Okay, they have a cord for that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do that.
How y'all feel about Drake's kids though?
First of all, can I start off on that? Can I start off on the Drake?
Okay, wait, let me say this right now. Y'all don't come for the kids.
You are hiding a child.
Wait a minute. Can I start off on the whole Drake thing? The whole Drake and his
Is he healthy?
His bastard child.
Is he well?
Don't come for the kids.
I'm not. Listen. Here's the thing. First off, wait a minute. First off,
Before we get started, don't come for that child. Come for the daddy.
Russell, I don't care if you got
the left alone child.
Is he happy?
Here's the thing, bro. Like, this is brand new news to everybody. I knew this literally a year ago.
I'm sorry, we didn't
Why
know
you
nothing
didn't say nothing on the
We didn't know
podcast?
nothing about that,
Because it was solely speculation.
How did he look just like him?
Have you seen him? Can you show me?
But the thing is, though, no. Wait a minute. First off, I got word of this like the first week of May 2017, and I found that out by being on DJ Academics' YouTube page. I watch his YouTube like every morning, like when I'm going to work or whatever, while I'm listening to it because I'm obviously driving.
You can find Drake go on Pornhub.com.
And you can find her on Pornhub. Her name is Sophie Brousseau or something like that.
Did you know what she doing?
Yeah, and it's bro, like,
it's soft porn.
It's
soft porn, bro.
It's about time.
So
she ain't really no porn
But no,
star.
I'm just saying you can find the mother of Drake's baby
She's
on
not a star.
Pornhub.
She's not a porn star.
If you go to Pornhub.com,
somebody leaked her nudes.
Basically.
And they was
basically. Somebody leaked her news with motion.
She on that damn. She on that damn.
and Drake's name got attached to
Nudes
it.
with
But the thing is, though, now,
The news were good.
but here's the thing, though, bro. Here's the thing, though. The funny thing is that she has been known to sleep with many, quote unquote, celebrities. Now, she is, if she has been studying her Gold Diggers manual, she knows that it's a high possibility that it's any one of these Negroes' child.
It is not. He looks like
Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute.
That is not possible.
Wait a minute.
She ain't even cute though.
But the thing is, though, is if you read your gold diggers manual, all gold diggers know you always want to back the one with the most to lose and the most money in the corner.
He won. And he was popping.
Now, what happened?
He shot off him.
Damn, it was a mistake.
Yeah, now that was the messed up part. You
He
never,
didn't pull out.
first off, you never shoot
It was
up the.
good.
Y'all want? I'm about to show you. I'm about to tell y'all something. One of my uncles
She
taught
put
me.
that Pornhub on.
One of my uncles taught me to never shoot up no woman's club if you're not willing to be with her for the rest of your life.
It's easy to say.
That was good.
That's easy to say.
Big Sean said, what he say? Even with a bulletproof condom, I gotta pull out. Now that's some real
That's
shit.
powerful.
That was a line right there. That's something.
Where's the child? I need to see this.
I'm still looking for
The
it.
baby looks just like him.
Man, I have not seen this mystery.
Because there's like a little thing on
Zach,
Facebook.
where's the kid at? Where's the kid at, Zach?
Now go to Pornhub.com/child.
Why you keep saying?
Oh my God.
No.
No, you can't do that. You gonna have them people at the door.
Wait a minute.
You gonna have them folks at the door, bro. We can't do
Yeah, you
that.
missed the crap.
Okay, that's
Do it on your phone.
We're leaving the kids alone.
But back to the
looking at
beef
mine,
though.
though.
Back to the beef though. Did Pusha T go too far though?
He went too far.
Okay,
What?
so we have a difference of opinion. Doug, why did Pusha T go too far? Why did he go too far?
Too far.
Why?
He told him his dad
why?
made him Steve.
It's beef, and at the end of the day,
His dad made him Steve Harvey.
it is beef. But at the end of the day, Steve Harvey may have caught the biggest L out of everybody, bro.
I wasn't listen to that necessarily. And it was
innocent
just
You know that went too far,
the way I
bro.
listen to it.
You flamed him.
You go too far sometimes.
Wait,
You-
what was
in a
too
battle,
far?
That the whole.
What
I
was too
listened to
far?
it one time and knew it was too far. I haven't listened to it.
I ain't gonna lie, I listened to it the
to
first
it
time.
Listen to it one
Both
time.
sides,
Listen
one
to it.
time.
I
That's all I
probably
need. That's all I
listened
need.
27 times.
Hey, y'all know that meme of Bill Cosby with the face, and he like, that was
That was
Shout out
first time, bro. That was the face
Shout
I
out to
made,
people that
bro.
I'm just listening to it the whole time,
Yeah,
shaking my
listen.
head.
Like Drake said, that's a $20 million invoice.
20,
$100,000.
100,000.
That's 20 more invoice coming out.
His album's
coming
His
out.
album was supposed to come out, but I think when he told us that he had a child with a porn star.
That was too much.
Like you have to
That
understand.
was too much.
No, that's on point.
No, that was definitely.
I ain't gonna lie.
There you go.
That should have been. That was Drake slipping. Real talk. That was Drake
For the
slipping.
bars.
Real
Yeah,
talk. And
I'll say
That was that pushed Drake
For
out.
any
I'm a Drake fan.
podcast, I'm gonna come find you.
What you got, Zach?
I got something else to ask y'all.
I know none of my
It
baby
came
mamas
to
been
me
out
today.
ever come out.
Exactly. You
Okay.
better not come out.
Did not
Y'all
see.
familiar with the Future story today?
Bro, Future is the GOAT, bro. He
Hey.
is the
Okay,
GOAT.
so let me lay it out.
I'm good.
Let me lay it out.
Let
Let me lay it out. So the girl is texting Future,
Right.
and he said, "Hey, I want to see you." And she said, "Okay, fly me out." He said, "Look, you pay the ticket, and I run it back to you." He said, 1,000%.
1,000% I reimburse.
I'm gonna check him on that. So she's thinking, I'm gonna get the ticket was 500. She's thinking she's gonna get 5,500, right?
Yeah, because he said that.
It was 550.
The ticket to what was what?
Also, she thought she was gonna get 1,000% back with what she like.
What I wanna ask y'all, is she slow?
She is retarded.
She's
bro.
very
Is he
slow.
tripping?
She's
She's
retarded.
very slow. My thing is, she knew what he wanted. He's not gonna fly you out all that
5,500 for
far.
what's she flying on?
Bro,
No.
No, it was 550.
It was
And he said, "I got you back 1,000%." I'm thinking he mean like I'm a 1,000% pay you back. Like
yeah, like you can show
for
me.
sure.
So he didn't pay him?
My thing, no, he didn't because she was coming up off that nook nook.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Look.
You ain't doing that. What you
No,
doing?
my
Here's the
thing is,
thing,
I'm not
look.
flying you out. What did he say? T-Pain and Black.
No Harvey. It was just that.
What did he say? One way. In the one way song. I don't usually do this. I don't do no flying out.
Hey, but y'all,
So like,
So what was the
he
point
not
of coming
flying
out
nobody
then?
out for no vagina.
But he didn't fly out.
but he didn't fly her out. She told her
She
to
told
go.
herself outright and thought she was gonna get reimbursed, and then told him that she didn't want to come see
Hashtag
him.
you thought.
She told him that she didn't want to come see him in the
She
hotel
thought-
because he was like, meet me, and she was like, meet you where?
Man,
You coming out the room? He was like, no, come to the room. And she was like, I wasn't trying to do all
He
that.
said be sexy. Get sexy.
So here's
Then
the
he told her
thing.
to get sexy.
I have several.
What you thought? You knew what it was. I'm sorry.
I have several women friends, older women friends who. Oh no, it's not me telling them something like that.
I've paid for many flights in my day. I just,
No. However, I've had these type of conversations with them prior to. Not saying I'm a fly man. They live here, bro.
What did you say?
I got your Uber.
Get sexy.
I bought an Uber, I ain't buying back though. But here's the thing.
What in the text?
I ain't told nobody nothing. It was face to face. It was all face to face. So we've had these conversations, and one of my homegirls, who shall remain nameless, she was like, every woman has her price. And I said, okay. And she was like, and she explained something to me. And she said, hoes get shamed all the time. But hoes is real deal out here winning. And she said, actually, the wholesome woman can learn a thing or two from these hoes. She can learn a thing or two from these hoes because, and it doesn't have to always be sex for money. It doesn't have to always be that. That's just what we naturally go to first off. But she said if you apply a hoe's principles to their life, bro. She said a lot of women.
I don't know. I can't vouch for that. But I can't vouch for that.
The thing is, though, y'all don't think that I didn't take that in and was like, let me hold on to the back of that, bro. Because you start listening, you start learning something, bro.
I don't know.
You start learning something.
I don't know about hoes and none of that.
This is coming from Pat, y'all. That's just.
But somebody comment.
Somebody
say something, or is that a name?
Oh, Levi said, you speaking, son?
Feel me, bro? I'm trying to tell y'all,
I don't know. All I can say is,
I'm trying to tell you, bro, you can learn a thing or two from these hoes. Now, I'm not saying go out.
Can you trust them?
But that's the thing. I'm not saying that you have to do any type of interaction with these hoes. I'm just saying that you see what's up. Sit on the side.
All I'm saying is, you at the end of the day, the man, you're gonna have to. You gotta pay just because a woman wants to feel stable. So you can't.
Bingo. So that's the thing. So I'm gonna ask Kelly a question. And it's not gonna be any compromising type of question. This is 28th and Jefferson, by the way, just news break. But Kelly, quick question. And I don't know your relationship status or anything like that. Okay. Y'all heard that out there in the YouTube link. Okay. So, and Instagram link. So, Kelly, when you are making yourself available to be courted and dated, because I know your family and I know that you don't chase these niggas out here.
Amen.
So when you are making yourself available to be courted and dated, what are your requirements?
That was a very classy way you asked that.
Yeah. As far as like, what is it that you look for in a man?
Okay. You're giving me the mic? Oh, this is serious. Okay. Serious. I think first you just have to know your own standards. So for me, I feel like I have my own place, car, degree, all that. So we need to at least meet at that level.
All right.
Not to say that
I ain't got no degree though.
I mean, if you're working towards something like a business or you're an entrepreneur, because I definitely value entrepreneurship.
What about my car blew up last week?
Are you getting another one? Because I'm not picking you up. I mean, it's just, I need to know your situation. If it's something that I can understand, I can vibe with, I can, and if the connection is strong enough, I can work with you on some things, but I'm not going to lower my standards just because you're not where I'm at.
Bingo. So now, the thing is, with that is her price as a woman. And a lot of times we don't tend to look at the price of what it is to be with that queen. That's her price. And the thing is we oftentimes look at these hoes and be like, oh, well, they you know what I'm saying, they just a quick fuck and she just trying to fuck, you know what I'm saying, my niggas just trying to fuck on her and, you know, she trying to run the bag up on them, this, that, and the third. But in actuality, if we are as aggressive, if women are as aggressive, wholesome women are as aggressive with what their price is, then they would be holding a lot of these niggas to like much higher standards, bro. And the game will be totally changed, bro. Totally
changed. Is there a difference between price and standard?
I think no. Yeah, I think they're one and the same.
He's using the price as the standard.
I'm using the price as the standard.
But I think it's just stability. I don't think it's natural for any woman to take care of a dude. Now, mind you, you can if you feel like, you know what, he got a dream. I'm a rock with him.
Not to financially temporarily nurture you, yes.
But I don't know if it's natural in this society for a woman to be like, I'm gonna go get this bag. Right. You stay here and you take care of the dog. You hit the grass one time. You know, watch MTV. Right. And then I'll be back, and then I want the food cooked. Now, mind you, that could work for a minute. I wouldn't trust it because I feel like because in this society where bread is king, bread is God, I feel like they want to be stable. Now, like she said, if it's a teamwork, if it's I see my man doing something, I'm supporting his dream. That's probably you gotta respect. That's super queen stuff right there, right? Because you know you down and when you down and your queen supports you till you get up, that's the ultimate. But at the same time, I think what she like is stability. She's investing pretty much in you, not necessarily taking care of you. That's kind of okay. Bro said he needs 50 for this gas. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and throw him that gas because he's on the way to the studio, or he's on the way to his job. He's on the way.
But you can't be on your way to the studio for 15 years and I ain't seen no mixtape, not an album. I ain't even seen an EP. Only thing I keep seeing is these 15-second Instagram videos of you, yo, check it. Yo, nah, nigga, you're not doing that.
That's a fact, though.
Ain't nothing to check.
That's all I'm saying. Some of these things I know y'all been rapping since I was in high school. And that is not acceptable. That's not acceptable. And that's all I'm saying. Same thing. And like y'all doing the same stuff that y'all was doing when I was in high school and middle school. That's not acceptable. Now you got a couple kids and you still talking about can you do some choreography for my video? What video, bruh? No. Yeah, that's right. Like that, I don't support that.
I don't know if this is hood Nashville AV or if this is North Atlanta.
That's real. That's real though.
This is you gotta have a goal. Some of these people they don't know where to start. They have a platform and they just been here stuck. They don't know how to climb up because nobody is showing them that. And of course, true enough, they are putting all this money on these hard copies. They sitting at Thornton's. Hey, you want to buy a CD? You want to spending
all this money on
hard copies? Like, bro, like I don't support it.
So for my fellas out there, if you are attempting to shoot your shot at AB, do not be that aspiring rapper in your umpteenth career, bro.
Just be going towards something. Just going to like because a woman you don't want to invest in something dead.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you rap and be on some new school, be able to show progress.
Right. Exactly. That's all I'm asking for is progress. And you're actually maximizing your potential. You working towards something.
And if in 5 years you on the same exact tip,
we might need to revisit that and do something.
And don't come at me asking me to be on your feature because it's not happening, bro.
All right, so I'm gonna put this out there for a lot of y'all
one last point.
Aspiring artists who have been soliciting services, probably for the 5-figure discount. From the
Candy Coated. Great of hair. Go ahead. Go ahead, though.
Josh, go stand in the
I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at that, man. Go ahead, though. I'm sorry.
Do not come incorrectly to Mrs. Candy Coated AB because apparently she got a whole file folder on y'all Negro, and it's not looking too good for y'all right about now.
But enough about me.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying though? See, that's her price to work with her. You see what I'm saying, bro?
It's not the price. It's just nigga nah.
And I feel like you got to get
that money to pay for your services. What you gonna tell them?
You got to nigga nah. I feel like you got to be able to lead. Your girl needs to feel comfortable with you leading.
Okay, I'm glad we talking about that.
And if you leading in the wrong way, it puts her in a weird position. Like I mess with him, but I don't trust. It's not necessarily trust with females. I can't trust you with my wife. So if I mess with you, I love you, but in 10 years you ain't on nothing.
Exactly.
Now I'm 40. You see what I'm saying? And you
can't get time back.
Let me throw this out there because I know this has been kind of like causing social media stir, and in Nashville, preferably, what is your feel on what's your feel on the whole splitting the bills thing? I've been wanting to ask y'all that for a minute.
I say.
How you feel, Kelly? Kelly, look at she like.
I feel like.
Oh, wait a minute, we gotta ask this again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, we gotta put that back.
Yeah. And
What do you say about splitting the bills?
Yeah. Are we live again?
The question was, how do we feel about splitting the bills?
What are you all's personal opinions on splitting the bills?
Well, right now, I don't have a personal opinion because my bills are 100% me.
That's real.
That's it. And I'm an entrepreneur. What's up?
Right.
All that.
I mean,
what you got for us, Queen?
In a real life situation, if you are pursuing me and you're asking me out, then you pay.
Absolutely.
Okay,
we talking about the bill.
Oh, we're talking about
at the restaurant type of bills, y'all.
Are we
We're talking about
talking-
light and utilities.
Initially, that's what.
Okay,
it was.
so
But
okay,
I
so
feel like she was gonna feed
let's talk
into that.
about the restaurant first.
Okay, let's go into moving that out.
Okay.
So start a restaurant, work out with you.
Okay, initially in the beginning stages, I feel like there's I'm more traditional. Sorry, I'm more traditional, so I want to be courted, pursued. So I need to see that you can actually do that. If it goes into a direction where it's more serious, and there's some there's a connection there, and we're vibing, all that good stuff, and it moves to something like, I'm assuming you're saying living together and all that. It really just depends to me, just because I come from a different household where a woman can make more money. If I make more money, we need to financially be smart about it. Let's not have you trying to bust your butt paying the mortgage. If I make more than you, you pay something else. But that's an in-house conversation, though.
That's real, but that's
life.
And I get my 4 jobs. For that.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is
and a lot of men don't see it like that.
It feels so weird.
They don't feel like that, but
it does feel weird as I'm reconnecting.
But it's still a team. So it's at the end of the day, it's the same income. Like your income, my income, it's all in the same basket.
No, not
Kelly looking like Kelly, like, bro, I got a separate account.
So if you make more than me,
it's mine.
Oh, that's
what's
cold.
Yours is mine, and what's mine is mine.
That's cold.
It's mine.
That was selfish.
But
that's cold.
You don't get me why I'm eating chips. Sorry,
I blame black women for that.
But it is my money because I mean, it's just like, if it's your business, if you don't want me involved, but you want me to support, that's different. Yeah. Just like if I'm pursuing my own career and I'm making my own money, we are distributing the bills that are necessary. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I need, because I'm gonna have my separate account and have a joint account. But
I love that. Yes.
We're not gonna put me in a predicament where I feel like if anything does happen, I'm not secure and safe.
Right.
Where the trust at?
And that's exactly what I said about.
I trust you to know that I'm gonna tell you about my funds. We're not gonna make any financial decisions separate.
But you got a whole other bank account to cut.
Exactly. I had a whole bank account before you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so what that does, Liv, is that gives you the same liberty to have a side on as well. However, like what Kelly said, when it's a trust thing, when you're trusting one another, then no huge purchases should be made, without consulting the other
partner.
And let me also throw this in there.
Like, really you got a bank account in the cut without me completely?
Well, you gotta know if you think let me kick it to you this way, John.
I might have to dip on it.
Well, let me kick it to you this way. If he's selling them CDs that AB was talking about outside of Tiger Mart, chances are he probably ain't got no bank account.
He gonna probably try to go in y'all joint and get some more pressed up.
What happened to the bread? I had to get the mark.
Flyers made for my show.
Shout out to Kangaroo. He just
He
turned me up.
I ain't mad at that. I think with the bill, I think the man wants to be. I think it'll be natural for the man. Maybe, I don't know.
Exactly, it's traditional though.
But that's how you were raised though.
Yeah. Nothing is traditional these days. Nothing is traditional anymore.
I would feel some type of way if we're going out and my girl paying every time.
No, that's a different story. I'm not paying everything.
I'm not. Now, mind you, now, if you in the struggle, let's respect the struggle. I told my boys back when I used to smoke, never disrespect the men. Just because. I told myself I would never.
I would never disrespect the mid-grade.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I would on behalf of mid-grade.
I'm told.
Hold on, let's cut that right there because we are not pro meat.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm not pro meat. I done told myself
red cups
when
up, please.
when I was in the struggle, I told myself, don't you ever forget what this got you through. I'm sorry.
Yeah, a headache, a migraine.
Hey, but you ignore that minute, you ignore it, and you pretend you lit.
Once again, I dare to be different.
And I don't smoke anymore. I remember them middays, throat hurting, burning, head hurting.
Get you some water and you act like you lit like the boy on that loud. But look, all I'm saying is this.
Don't disrespect that meat.
Don't you respect that me? I told myself that a long time ago. So I said to say this. The struggle is the struggle. So if you in a transitional space, I've been to a place where, okay, darn, if it's my day one, we're going through it, all right, you might have to take care of this one, but I'm on my grizzly. But then when I'm on my grizzly, I come back at it. But I don't think it's natural for I would like if I could pay for completely everything and then you take your check and then get what you want. You know what I mean? All right, so now, mind you, it's Nashville, so the rent crazy high. So I might have to get you to knock out the utilities and I'm going to knock out that $1,350 rent. Because you know what I mean? I might do something like that.
Yeah, and that's kind of the direction. That's kind of where
we were going with everything.
Right. Ultimately, that's probably where everybody was going. However, there have been some I have seen. That's on the teamwork side. Okay, you know, I'll cover this, I'll cover that, and let's just face it, man. Let's just face it. Everybody's situations ain't the same.
That's true.
Everybody's situation.
So what about a regular date? Like regular date.
So regular date.
A regular date. What I usually do on a regular date is you know if we get this check.
Money,
I bring money.
She like,
and you better ask somebody. I bring money. Bring the money. The tab sits on the table. This nigga look at it. I look at it. I'm looking at him. He gonna keep talking. Nah, nigga, pick it up. I ain't gonna tell you to pick it up, but I'm gonna see how long it takes you to pick it up. Once you pay for it, I will tip.
So okay,
that makes sense. I'll tip.
So when the waiter comes and says 2 checks or 1, what you say?
I look at him and see what the hell he gonna say. Because if he say 2, this is the last time we sitting down.
I ain't gonna lie. I would kind of figure that you would just look at him crazy, bro. And just be like, I'm out, bro. One time and I'm out.
This was actually a poll today at work.
Okay. Really?
Yes. This lady, remaining nameless, is on a dating site. She's on a dating site. Dude told her, said, can we go Dutch? And his explanation was, you know, I'm out here on this site going on a lot of dates. You know, this shit getting expensive. So she's already like, no. But he said, look, take a poll, see what happened, and see what other people say.
Bro, did I see that post today, bro?
I didn't post it. No,
I know you didn't post it, but I did see something about going Dutch on dates today. Maybe on Facebook or Twitter. It
initially happened because she asked him out.
So he's trying to make a compromise.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
He said, are you paying? That was his initial question. Are you paying because you asked me out?
Now that is a legit, in some sorts a legit question. All right, and the only reason that I ask is depending on the situation.
No,
that's the only reason. Hey, listen, hold on, wait a minute. And because this happened to me recently.
You was the Dutch dude?
No. I reached for my wallet, and I was like, oh, okay, I got it. And she was like, nah, I'm gonna do this for you because X, Y, and Z. And I'm just like, that's real.
No, that's a different situation.
But the thing is though, is that may have been what Buddy was trying to get at, because if that nigga's blowing all his money.
I don't have nothing to do with these hoes that you
asked him though.
Okay, I asked you on a date, and if you can't say no, not at this time, or can I cook for you or something, you know, ask them to me a card or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't have nothing to do with these
I know they ain't on a budget out here. You gotta be smart.
Exactly.
You get you a cool pizza, they come to the crib. That's a 12-piece.
Josh, wait a minute, bro. Josh,
that's a 12-piece nugget.
You better go take for snacks.
Josh, yeah, that's true.
Josh,
we gonna get a group out and do something.
Yeah,
because we can compromise.
If she paid, it's just the whole thing is. I feel like the respect is gone. She's like, this broke me. You feel me? Even if she keep talking to you, she gonna be.
Josh, but guess what though?
Red on him. The tab was number 30 and he's down.
But guess what?
Does he have gas money? Can he pay his time? That's what they They're not gonna tell you. They're gonna tell their girls. They're gonna say how. I'm saying before the day go, they say, girl, I'm going out. I'm going out with J Dub. They say I'm going out with J Dub. And I'm like, girl, for real, man. I'm telling you, I'm going out with J Dub. Like, man, I'm just saying J Dub. He seems cool. They're gonna call afterwards. They're gonna say, man, I don't went out with J Dub. The ticket was number $32.50. I don't pay. Boy, talking about I'm gonna get the tip and it's $5, and I paid $32.
Word to God. I've been on a date with a guy, and this is word to God. We sitting at the place that we eating at. This nigga started patting his pocket. We done already ate and everything. He pat his pocket. He calls his granny on speaker.
You see what I'm saying?
Did I leave my wallet on your table? She said, let me go and look.
You see what I'm
Soon
saying?
as she came back to the table and said, yes, it's sitting right here, I got my ass up.
That's what I'm saying. You want to pay for that.
And he rolled with me. He left his car at her house. And he rolled me and I left his ass right there in the restaurant. Nigga, you're not going to do that. No.
She let me call her mama.
And your friend gonna have to pick your ass up and bring your wallet. That's just how I roll.
And I'm trying to tell you, so even if you don't.
I feel like he set up.
But that's what I was talking about earlier, though. When I said, if he ain't got the bread, you ain't.
Well, he didn't say not at this time.
That's what I was saying, man. Listen, but the thing is, though, with the date that we are living,
you know what? Okay, I got $15 in my name. I don't get paid till next Friday.
You don't need to call nobody. Get what you
gonna say? What you gonna do first? You got $15. What you gonna do? First of all, respect that man, get 5 piece.
First of all,
now you got 10. What you gonna do? Get your little pizza. Tell her come through. You got the Netflix on deck.
What day of the
I'm
week?
assuming you stay with mom.
What day of the week is this though?
Day of the week. It's probably about Thursday.
Bro,
you can't do that on Friday. $15 on a Friday, you can't move. It's over.
That's $15 on Wednesday. You can't move, bro. No matter the day of the week. Bro.
You say, guess what you text her. You say, man,
not this week, bro. Let me catch you next week.
Exactly. You act like you busy on up until the point when you actually have it.
Listen,
don't come and bother me.
Bro, hey, I'm talking to that man with 15 in his pocket.
In 2018, bro, society is
if you got 15 in your pocket, you already know. You go to I'm talking about Slim Bucks. No, you can't use Slim Bucks. You can't do that.
And tax gonna fuck you up.
You want.
Tuesday. It's Tuesday 93 with tax.
Everybody know. The first time we went to Slim Bucks.
You can't do that. I was like, yeah. I'm gonna tell you right. You got 15. You can't move. If you got 30 pounds,
that tax hits.
Yeah, but yeah, you can.
Let's wrap it up.
Listen, real quick.
One more time, give them your social media tag and give them where they can go if they weren't listening before to sign the petition for Malcolm X Park to turn Hadley Park into Malcolm X Park.
Yes, we're not listening. First of all, don't disrespect that mid. Hadley Park is gonna be. You're gonna go to @_ Joshua Lipscomb. And it's about the struggle. The mirror represents the struggle. Don't forget yourself. That's what happens. People go, they turn up, they get these jobs, and they you're right. And nothing, man. That's what I'm saying. The struggle, and
give me your tag.
It ties into the struggle, and so it's a funny analogy, but it goes into not forgetting where you're from, no matter what you're doing. You need to respect the struggle. The struggle is changing the slave owner's name to Malcolm X Park. You need to get it popping off. We about 480, J-Dub?
About 480,
482 signatures. Where do they go?
@_ Joshua Lipscomb on Twitter or Instagram. Click the link in the bio and then just get it popping. It takes 10 seconds. You get it popping. We going. It's
19 if you pay.
Yeah, man. And like on the 12th, we're going to the park board. So we go to the park board. They vote. If they say yes, we go to city council. They say yes, and we got it done. So make sure you spread the word. Copy the link, send it to your friends, put it in all your group chats, and then we're going to get it popping, man.
So, there it is, Malcolm X Park. J Lip.
Absolutely, man.
It's been a pleasure, my man.
Man, I love this, man. I got to come back. Absolutely.
Man, many more.
I had this fun in a long time, son. I ain't going to lie. This is awesome.
Shout out one more time. Give me Instagram.
And congratulations on becoming one of our newest superheroes in the city with the firefighter.
All right.
Yeah, you when did you graduate?
December, man. Yeah, so man, civil servant, just trying to help. That's all it's about.
Yeah.
That's all it's about, man. Helping the community, making it pop, and then never forgetting where we come from, reaching back, getting it popping, and then just making things possible. And I feel like if we get this, like my man Muzan hit me and was like, man, I was thinking about changing the name of Pearl Cone or something. Somebody else hit me up and said, MTSU, the Blue Raiders, is named after some kind of waste and stuff. So
it surely is.
yeah, so people are looking at it. So now, I'm telling you, so what happens is people look into it, it's like, darn, if Jay Lip can do this, and if we can get behind each other and change this park, it's like, darn, like, maybe I can do this. So what we're doing, if we change this to Malcolm X Park, it's going to...
know how many floodgates you opening up for other people.
So what we
doing what they want to do.
This is honestly the beginning, because we're not going to stop racism with this, but they say with freedom and liberation, the battlefield starts in the minds of the masses. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get it popping in the mind first, plant that seed, and then boom. So by the time our kids are 30, they're going to be with it too.
All right. So that's 28th and Jefferson.
Until next time. Yeah.
Peace.
Wow.
What's up, man? It's your boy Jay Lip, aka Josh Lipscomb, man. Shout out to MassCtv, the voice of the culture, man. Peace.